What's going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and welcome to another Lego Star Wars review. Today we're going all the way back to the early 2000s and taking a look at the first Imperial Shuttle. That's set 7166. It had 238 pieces, 4 minifigures, retailed for $35 USD, and it came out in 2001. Now nowadays, it's going for $200 USD new or 62 used, and I have to say I have a lot of nostalgia for this one. It was a gift from my mom, and yeah, I really like this model, but we're going to take a look at its positives and negatives and see why I feel that it is a pretty decent set, especially for 2000. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to start us off, we'll begin by giving you guys a 360 view of the Imperial Shuttle. Quite a sizable ship. In landed mode, it's basically about a foot tall or about 1/3 of a meter in height and about 8 inches in length, or about, I don't know, 1/6 of a meter or 1/5 of a meter in length. Obviously, when you open up its wings, the proportions change. And there are no stickers in this set whatsoever. Everything you see, they're all printed pieces. The first area that we'll center in on is going to be the cockpit. Now, if you want to access the pilot, you can just remove the window. This is a printed window, like I just said, no stickers. And a pretty decent mold, I'll have to say. And then getting into the interior, that's what it kind of looks like. There's the control panel, another printed piece on the top, and just below the main wing. And then getting into the rear of the ship, you're probably wondering what's going on inside. Well, you can open it up like so and slide out Palpatine and his 2 guards. Very smart design. Love the fact that this has a quite a sizable interior for a ship this size. That's what it kind of looks like. If you want to see the interior without the piece that stores the minifigures. I have no idea why they use such weird colors. Like, why is there blue in here? That should really be white. It just stands out, but again, it's covered up. So what I love about this ship is it pretty well looks completely the way it should, color-wise. On the exterior, if you compare it against, movie footage or something, it's just the interior again is just, I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, overall pretty decent ship. What we'll do now is show you guys what it kind of looks like with its wings folded out. And if you're thinking that there's some sort of fancy way of doing that, folding those wings out, there isn't. This was 2001 and they didn't really do that back in the day. If you want to fold out the wings, you just do it manually, like so, and that's what it kind of looks like. I have to say, for 2001, I think that this was very, very well done. You can obviously tell what that is. You can tilt the head up and down as well if you wish, and there's the landing gear. If you want, you can remove that as well. And if you want to stick it back into landed mode, you just do so like that. Overall, pretty decent model. Do like this one again. I think it's aged quite well. Let's now take a look at the minifigures. And here we have 3 of the 4 minifigures. So you get 2 of the Royal Guards, Emperor Palpatine, along with the very evil looking Imperial Shuttle pilot. Just got a kick out of the early 2000s and how they just used the basic happy face for the Imperials. Just doesn't quite fit. The Royal Guard, as you guys can see, is basically identical to what we have nowadays. And just removing his helmet, I'll show off his torso printing. He doesn't have any back torso printing or face printing, but still overall very good looking figure. There's a reason why they haven't really changed him in the last 20 years. And then Palpatine, he is done in yellow, which is what they did until 2005. That's when they made them all tan or more skin color, or gave them skin color, I should say, instead of using the authentic yellow. But I still like the yellow. I think Palpatine's face looks quite good as well. And then give you guys a view of their back face printing, back torso printing. You'll notice there is none of that, just removing or raising Palpatine's cape. There is no torso or back torso printing. They didn't really do that back in the early 2000s. It was kind of a rarity. But overall, pretty decent looking minifigures. Love the look of these, or this era of minifigure, just in general. It's detailed, but it's not overly detailed, which gives it sort of a simplistic charm, let's say. Overall, again, great looking figures. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. This is one of the best Lego Star Wars sets that aged well from the early 2000s. I wouldn't say it's the best from around this era. Maybe the AAT from 2000 would be a little bit better than this one, but this is still very good. You can tell what it is. Fun fact, they basically had a re-release of it in 2005 or 2006. I forget exactly when it came out. It was one of those 2 years. And again, the model is basically identical. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think that they knocked this one out of the park right from the get-go, it being the very first Imperial Shuttle. I also think the minifigures were great. Palpatine was great. The Royal Guards, they haven't really changed all that much, as you guys saw when we reviewed the minifigures. So I mean, overall, just a very good set, very cheap way of getting an Imperial Shuttle as well. Most Imperial Shuttles now that have come out in recent years, if they're non-UCS, are going for, you know, $100. And I mean, we did get that one that came out a couple years ago, but I actually feel this one's superior to that one. As you can see, the cockpit from the bottom doesn't look nearly as bad. This actually looks decent. Overall, really like the set. Good model, good minifigures, and I really can't fault it. But let me know what your personal thoughts are on this one, if you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. Always interested to hear your guys' take. But that pretty well does the review. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, you know, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future Lego Star Wars reviews, comparisons. We do one of them every single Tuesday. But that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, guys. I do appreciate the support, and I'll catch you on the next one.